and welcome to an Organized Chaos podcast. My name is Bobby Quarters. Chaos is here with me.
Hey.
Hey. So, we're here to talk about some movies, music, whatever else crosses our mind. But here is also the home of the most unbiased, genuine thoughts. We're not going to do anything just to say it, just to make money off of it, because we don't make a lot of money off this. In fact, we don't make anything. We just give our opinions. And our opinions are free and unsolicited, but they're not hateful ones. That is the important thing.
Yes.
But also, while you're here, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, that is Bobby Quarters, the podcast channel, Organized Chaos Podcast, and Chaos's channel while you're at it. So thank you for watching, and do enjoy.
Did you say this goes? Crowley, this is bigger than you and me. You still don't get it, do you? You can't change anything. I was trying to do the right thing. On your way, Any questions? No? Good. Right, let's kick off the second coming.
That's all you got? That's all you got? That's all you got? That's all you got?
A journey to alien worlds.
It's a trap.
A rebellion against oppression. An epic of heroes and villains. An adventure as vast as the universe. Return of the Jedi. Coming to a selected theater in your galaxy.
I can't do it. Okay. We'll do it live.
Okay.
We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live. Fucking thing sucks.
Hey, Bobby, how you
Hey, I'm good. The fucking thing sucks.
It always sucks. He's
It
never
always
happy.
does.
He's
Well, that's just because we keep him in a tiny closet, and we feed him dirty sitting water and spoiled crackers.
well, he was told if he behaved, he would get treated better, and he never behaved. So
He gets sitting dirty water and crackers.
he gets what he fucking deserves.
Yeah, that's right. He fucking likes it.
But we got this indie movie I've never even heard of called Return of the Jedi to talk about.
Yeah.
We got Good Omens 3, which things to say. And Punisher One Last Kill, which
I
I do
have a
have
lot
to say
of-
too. But yeah,
I have some things to say about that too, but
yeah.
mostly positive.
Oh yeah. There is like a trigger warning thing. I think I'll go ahead and spoil for people. But yeah. Actually, do you want to just dive right into Punisher? No.
Yeah, let's talk about it. Yeah.
Okay, but before we get too far into this, the trigger warning thing I want to mention, because I have seen people talk about this on social media, and it was something that pissed me off when I saw it. It's very early in this. If you haven't seen it yet, just FYI, when you're going into this, there is a scene very early where you see an old man and just an adorable puppy that he I don't know if it's a puppy or just a small dog, but they're obviously like he loves the little animal, and I get that, you have little animals that you love. And a couple gang members come up, split them up, and it's not a graphic death, but the dog does die pretty decisively. Just FYI, diving into this, because for me, like, it upset me when I saw that, but like once I saw that, I was like, oh, I'm in until I see this motherfucker die. Like there's no stopping for me.
No, I that as soon as that scene happened, I want him to hurt.
Yeah,
in the most
he needs
painful way
fucking
possible.
hell. Yeah,
I don't care when. I don't care when.
Yes, yeah.
And I'll admit, the whole time, as soon
Where
as
is
that,
he? He needs to die.
I'm just like waiting. Like I go like, that's nice. That's cool. That's cool. I'm all for this. Where is he?
Yeah, we need to see that motherfucker die. Getting past that little spoiler bit, if you think you can barrel through that, I overall pretty much highly recommend this. I thought this was awesome. Yeah,
I felt it was a beautiful like character study for 30 minutes of Frank Castle and diving into where he's at right now.
Yes,
because I think I saw an interview with Kevin Feige, and he was talking about how this is supposed to take place right after the end events of Born Again and right before the new Spider-Man movie. So nothing really leading into it or anything, but it's like it's still world building.
I think, well, I never did see season 2 of the Punisher show on Netflix. Maybe I should talk about that. I did enjoy season 1. That being said, I feel like this special really did a good job, just like one episode long, of giving us kind of a peek into the Punisher's mind. I appreciate what this episode does. It's way more psychological than I was anticipating.
And like it was like a great study into him, and the last 30 minutes are of just the Punisher being the Punisher.
Yes. No, like, even talk about the dog dying. I was upset when the dog died. I don't know if I necessarily list that as a negative on this, because again, it does get you kind of pissed at a lot of these guys, because he's in a shitty fucking neighborhood, which kind of makes sense for his character. I see how he would be like, let's go to the shittiest fucking neighborhood there is. But we see throughout this, like, you see him he's pretty much in this room all by himself. It's all barren. He's got these 3 guys here. Spoiler alert, the 3 guys aren't actually there. They're part of visions that people constantly taunting him, people from his past. Again, like, it's a character study. We're dealing with a lot of what's going on in his mind. He's getting visions of people from his past. He's getting visions of himself. And we see all around this neighborhood just falling apart. Gangs are just kind of taking over and bullying people all over the place. And it's very well done. And then we get introduced to evil Judith Light, which I wasn't expecting evil Judith Light here, but she comes in, and at first I thought she was coming in to be like, "Hey, I have a job for you, Punisher." And I guess it won't be entirely inaccurate to say that, but as she's describing, "Hey, my family died," and as she starts describing, I'm starting to realize, oh, these are all people that Punisher killed, and she's going after revenge, and which is exactly what it is, and that sets off the main action piece, which is probably half the episode, and it is pure just Punisher just going around this neighborhood killing everybody, because essentially she is just let out like an all bounty, just to everybody who cares. Hey, Frank Castle is here. You'll get paid a shit ton if you kill him. And so the whole neighborhood essentially goes after him, and he just slaughters every fucking one of them in kind of glorious fashion.
Yeah.
I kind of loved it. This is exactly what you expect from a Punisher story. It also once again reaffirms my faith in John Bernthal. Not only is he a good actor, I think he's great for Punisher, and he actually seems to, care about the character and care about like exploring his character, because this is actually his first writing credit, to my understanding, co-writing this story.
Yeah. I was actually
very good
surprised to
job.
see that, and I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh shit, okay."
Mm-hmm. But yeah, and one thing this does do, spoiler, it does kind of end off with it open for Punisher to return to action. So obviously we'll see him again in Brand New Day. But if they do another series, they could entirely do that after this. But yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed this. I thought this was really good.
I did too. I
thoroughly
thoroughly enjoyed this.
Yeah, this is,
and I really enjoyed that last like 20 minutes of him just murdering.
Oh, those people were so awful. They were so awful.
And we technically didn't get to see it, but his very last kill was him getting back at that dude.
Oh yeah, that was the very end. I was so happy to see it.
I was like, good.
Yeah.
Good. It's like, and I go, he doesn't even know that you killed the dog.
No. The one guy just nods his head, and Frank takes it as, okay, he deserves to die, and kills him.
Because like he knows like that's his hat. You stole his hat. And it's like, that's why he's killing him. And I go, oh, if only you knew, you're getting off light.
No, I could also visualize the scene, just being like, they're like, I think if Frank knew what happened, that guy would definitely be in a lot of pain. But yeah,
he would have seen if he could fly.
I do have a minor critique of this. Let me see if I can find it. Give me. Oh, I was able to find it. So this is a very minor critique, but this is actually one of the shots from the show, and I was like, oh, that's rough. The Punisher is in the middle of the fight. He falls off the building, and we get this. And I'm like, that was rough.
I agree that did look a little rough.
I'm not saying it kills the show, but for me, like, if that's my biggest complaint, I think this show's doing pretty good.
We didn't get to see that lady completely amputated, as Frank later does to her in the books, but
yeah, no, I kind of assume it's setting up for later stories.
yeah. I just kind of go like, I'm okay if we circle back to this.
What, like, the resolution to evil Judith Light.
Yeah, I'm okay with this. I'm okay with prolonging this resolution just a little bit.
I'm seeing lots of people say they didn't even notice the fall, and I do wonder. Like, I do have I feel like I'm bragging, but like, I do have a pretty big TV, which is I noticed it fairly clearly.
I noticed it. I have a fairly big one too, so a decent sized one. So I was like, oh.
Yeah, I was overall enjoying it, and then at one little bit, I'm like, ooh, that looks bad.
I mean, it's kind of just like, oh, okay, guys.
And here's the wild thing: like, to my understanding, it was actually a stuntman falling, and they just CGI'd John Bernthal over the stuntman, and it makes the whole thing look fake. If that's what it is, it really does. It's like you might as well have just done it all CGI at that point, because that's what it looks like.
That Ronda Rousey fight was more convincing.
Yeah.
All 17 seconds of it.
All 17 seconds, yes. Well, I'll be honest though, Chris. I have noticed people posting that image, and it's not a great looking image. I feel like the online discussion has really been dominated by that though. Most of what I've heard about this has been largely positive. I feel like the most negative I've seen are people complaining about how dark it is. And I do have to say, like, yeah, it's a Punisher story. It's a Punisher story. But yeah, I love how this explores Frank Castle. I feel probably in this one shot, I get a better idea of who Frank is more than the season of Netflix or even Daredevil season 2. I think does a really good job just setting up who he is and how messed up he is. But yeah, really just overall thoroughly enjoyed this. Bobby, anything you want to add?
I did enjoy this as well. Like I loved the character study half of it. And I also really loved, like, Punisher being Punisher.
Yeah.
That's always just fucking great to watch. But
yeah, apparently people are complaining that the first half was too boring, and I completely disagree.
Well, their ancestors hide in caves afraid of the sun. I don't know what to tell you.
You got, it's establishing who he is.
Yeah, like these are all. There's a. Yeah,
No, I mean literally.
Just addressing those people. They're not worth the energy anymore. I've just determined that they're just.
No, when I was watching the first half, I was actually kind of amazed how well it was, like, giving us a look into the mind of Frank Castle.
Was really impressed. I was like, this is not what I was expecting. I expected him to start, like, killing. And I started to think about that right when she said, "At this time, all these people," and I went, "And there it is."
Yeah. But I would say the second half is exactly what I expected. I enjoyed it, but the first half was essentially not what I expected, but I thoroughly enjoyed it. It's when they give you essentially when the writers and the director give you something you weren't asking for, and you go, "Oh fuck,
this is amazing."
Yeah, thank you.
I love this.
I didn't even know I wanted that. That was amazing.
And then they go like, "Okay, well, we're happy you went on this little journey with us. Now here's what we all know or to quote Rocky Balboa, here's something you'll really enjoy." And yep.
Yeah, absolutely.
Even as soon as it started, I saw them pounding. I go like, wrong door. Wrong door.
Oh yeah, and also kudos to the stunt people, like where actually part of that I wondered. I assume it was probably
really impressive in that scene.
Yeah, but also like some of it had to be done by John Bernthal, or also it was just really good special effects. Because like during the beginning of the fight, his pants are literally just on fire because they pour gasoline down and just set it on fire, and his pants catch fire. And from the beginning, he's just fighting with his pants on fire. I'm like, holy shit, that's very dangerous.
Watching that going, like, you see, that's not going to hurt him. That you're just going to piss him off.
Yeah.
You're just
Frank will not care.
You're just going to piss him off. You'll just make him angry.
But yeah, overall, very much positive on this.
Oh my god, yeah, I loved this.
The action, yeah.
Chris, you had said you sent something to Chaos on Blue Sky.
Yeah. I haven't looked it up yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
If he said he wasn't going to hurt them.
No, that's true. Frank saying I'm not going to hurt somebody. I don't believe him.
Like, again, he killed that guy who murdered that dog, and he didn't even know that he had done that. I can only imagine what Frank would have done if he did know that.
Yeah. I mean, let's face it. That was the whole instigation towards John Wick in those 4 movies, and I was 100% behind it.
Yeah, and what I even loved about it is even the mob boss. The only thing his reaction was when he found out was, "Oh,
you killed his fucking dog,"
and then just going, "I can't protect you from this." Like,
yeah. I mean, you killed his fucking dog.
What's
wrong with you?
He's going to kill you.
Yeah.
I can't do anything. Because he's fucking John Wick.
I guess, shall we move on to something that's a bit less impressive?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's we'll save the best. We'll save the better thing for last. So, Good Omens, the finale. First off, I think it's worth saying that it's a minor miracle this even exists. Neil Gaiman obviously walked away from the project early on. He started working on it, but then he walked away after all the allegations that sound very credible. Him walking away is probably the only reason I was willing to give this a shot.
Yeah.
Plus, I also absolutely love Michael Sheen and David Tennant in this. I think they do so much.
I really love them together in this series, and I have.
And I feel like anything positive to be said about this is almost entirely because of them.
Because of both of them and their portrayals of reprising their roles.
Yes.
That is also the only good thing I can say about this.
I mean, I will also say that's a big part of this too, but yeah. So I'll be 100% honest. I mean, we'll go over a little bit of story points, but it feels like they knew where they had to begin because it was the end of season 2. And they knew where they wanted to end up because that's where it ends up. And then Act 2 is like all over the fucking place. Just, we have mob bosses, we have rogue angels, we have fucking a book that just erases everything, and we even have Jesus, for fuck's sake, and then it just, none of it mattered. Yeah, I'm not overly thrilled with how they ended it, and
yeah, I'm not either.
Yeah,
this was very underwhelming watch.
Yes, and as I already kind of brought up, my enjoyment of it is pretty much entirely because of David Tennant and Michael Sheen. Because I do love them as the characters.
There's some other positive notes, like Mark Addy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I always enjoy seeing him because he's one of my favorite British actors.
I enjoyed the actor who was playing Jesus and what they were doing with him. The issue is they just didn't do that much with him, and obviously they didn't know what the fuck they were going to do with him. But I thought it was a fun idea to introduce Jesus, and it was just like, I loved having Sean Pertwee as the gang boss, but he's another character that's just kind of there.
Yeah, I was very happy he was in it because I loved him as Alfred on Gotham.
Yeah.
So and in anything he's in, I always go, "Oh, sweet, this guy, he's awesome."
Fuck, it's the son of the third Doctor. I'm in.
Yeah, no, it's all good. I'm here for that.
But yeah, so the storyline is last we saw Crawley, who's David Tennant, kind of essentially told Aziraphale, who's been his friend, let's just run off together. Fuck all this heaven business, fuck all this hell business. We'll just run off together, find a private little island, and live out the rest of eternity together. But Aziraphale just got an offer from the Metatron to essentially be one of the major angels in charge of the Second Coming, and Aziraphale was like, I'm going to do that because I think I can make it better. And to his credit, his goal was to make it a peaceful Second Coming. That there was all these plans about all this war and Armageddon. He was like, yeah, we're just going to go ahead and cancel that and just be all peaceful. And Jesus will come back and just give a nice speech, and everybody will be happy. And all that, like, I'm kind of enjoying. Sean Pertwee, in case you're wondering, he's a gangster who kind of tricks Crawley out of his car. And I guess trick isn't quite the right word. Essentially, he said he would burn down Aziraphale's bookshop if he didn't essentially play a game of chance for the car. And of course, it was all rigged, and he lost his car to save Aziraphale's bookshop that he hasn't even visited in years. And it's like, it's actually kind of sweet, but yeah, essentially they're heaven is gearing up for the Second Coming, hell is getting ready for it, and then stuff just starts getting erased because the book of reality is stolen. So like Derek Jacobi gets like a very high credit in this, and he has almost no role because his first scene is him getting wiped from existence. But then, yeah, we get Jesus reborn for the Second Coming. And a lot of this is like, okay, this is kind of cute. This is kind of fun ideas. And then I don't remember what they call it, the Book of Time or whatever, Book of Reality gets stolen
I think
by
it was
one of
the
the
Book of
angels.
Life. The Book of
Yeah,
Life.
Book of Life. And everything, the angel just starts wiping out everything one by one, kind of going insane. And then essentially everything gets wiped out by the bookshop, and then all the storyline that we've been watching, wondering what's going to happen with it, it's all kind of just forgotten about. And in the bookshop, we get God and Satan. Satan played by Toby Jones, which I love that casting, but like they don't really do much with them, which is kind of frustrating. You're just kind of there.
Yeah, it was incredibly frustrating because it's Toby Jones.
Yeah,
playing
Toby Jones
Satan.
walks in and they're like, "Hey, it's Satan." I'm like, "Oh, I love this. What's going to happen?" Not a whole lot.
No,
They
like
could-
watching
they
it go,
could
I
not
was
had
I
him.
was
They could
hopeful
not-
that something good would be like great. But
Yeah.
something good was going to come of that, but no. It
Mhm.
was awful.
Yeah, it was just and I feel like so much of this especially this finale, it's just carried by Tennant and Sheen, who just they have great chemistry together. I love them working together.
It was a marvelous
But
waste
yeah,
of
the storyline
potential.
the storyline is like, here's story ideas, but we're not going to actually really follow through with really any of them. Because everything just gets erased and rebooted, essentially. I won't spoil it completely, but it's all I can say is it's really underwhelming. It feels like a very kind of rushed, thrown together project, which it probably fucking was, considering the conditions of what it was. And yeah, it's enormous wasted potential. Enormous. Yeah, it's I love Toby Jones. Seeing him pop up as Satan, I was like, fuck yeah. And then yeah. And I like the idea of Jesus there, and what could we do with the character of Jesus in this universe? And the answer is not a whole fucking lot. No. I mean, they have him there almost like starting a new religion with his like new disciples, helping people out and giving them this constantly re-energizing pizza. And what do they do with that storyline? And nothing. They kind of just, there's a pizza, and that's it. That's like almost like one of his last scenes too. He's like erased from reality, and then that's it.
Yeah, I kind of liked how that potential was growing right there, and then nothing.
Yeah, nothing. I do love the Bentley driving around with Queen again. I did appreciate that callback to the first season. And also I just love Queen, so why not?
I mean, Queen is always great.
Yeah. But yeah, just thoroughly underwhelmed. Anything you want to dive into, Bobby?
Not really. Like, this was
a
little.
I like. Yeah, go ahead.
It was very underwhelming, and like I just felt they could have done a lot more with it.
Yes.
But obviously they were in the middle of it, and Neil's those.
Yeah.
He was exposed for what he was, and.
And like I said,
is that thunder? Is that thunder by you?
It's actually thunderstorming quite bad here. Started not that long ago.
Not
Are
that
you got
bad
thunder
here.
over there?
No, nothing. Not a cloud.
Oh, wow, that's actually kind of surprising. We aren't that far.
I mean, it is Ohio.
Yeah, that's true.
It is Ohio. It's probably caused by that data center that's by you.
Yeah, evil data center.
They are evil.
Yeah.
If you want to call them that, I call them surveillance stations, but okay.
But yeah, I love David Tennant and Michael Sheen in this. I think I've said that 50 billion times.
No, yeah, they both are great.
Most of the positive things I have to say about this are from them and their performances. But yeah, it's it's rushed, and it's obviously was rushed. I know the original plan was just to kind of kill this, but they're like, hey, let's go ahead and turn it into like a little 90-minute movie, although I think it was closer to 100 minutes, but still, you know, and I watched it and I was more or less enjoying it. It just felt so like when we got to the point where normally we'd be like, okay, how are we going to conclude this storyline? How are we going to resolve this? And the resolution was just kind of like, yeah, we're just going to erase it and not do anything with it. And it's like, man, ugh.
Yeah.
Anything you want to add, Bobby?
No.
Underwhelming ending. And it's all, I guess it's the best you could expect with Neil Gaiman being revealed as being a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Want to talk about something better?
Yeah, let's talk about something better.
Now, Return of the
Heist
Jedi. I don't know if
Wars.
you've heard of this. It's a little itty bitty indie movie. You know,
Heist Wars.
yeah. I always say this is my least favorite of the original trilogy, and it is true. It is my least favorite, but it is still a movie that sits in extremely good company because I do thoroughly enjoy it. For me, in a lot of ways, it kind of, you could argue it borrows a lot of the coolest elements from the past two movies and kind of puts them into a blender and kind of reinvents them, which I really enjoy.
I still really love how with this film, how in the beginning it's like it all seems like, oh god, they're all getting captured, you know. What's it gonna do? And Luke's just, don't worry, everything is going perfectly to my plan. And it's just like, yeah, this is all going according to plan. It's all fine.
Nothing to see here.
Yeah, and it does end up working out. However, I don't think he expected to go to the Rancor pit.
No,
I don't think that was in his plans.
Well. But I mean, that's one of the interesting things. So, like, the Jabba scene at the beginning of this, it feels like almost like a delay to actually starting the actual movie. It feels like, you know, we have to do this bit to resolve the end of the last movie to kind of get to what we actually want to do with this movie. And I would normally count that as a negative, but it's a very entertaining fucking scene. So I'm not entirely against it.
And I really, I still don't think this scene needs an additional musical number.
No. Although I do think it was very cool that they got the original Twi'lek actress back to do some new scenes for that, which was very cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's the new musical number's iffy. That being said, if we're talking about special editions, the ending celebration in the special edition is so fucking cool. Oh
yeah,
my God.
I really love that. Yeah, I can't hate on that one.
Yeah. And look, there's this I can never remember this character's name, but
so some fun lore from that Star Wars book about Tales from Jabba's Palace.
Yeah.
So the droid who assigned them work, right?
Yeah.
Serial killer droid. Like, he killed other droids.
Oh shit! Yeah, killer. He is.
Yeah,
I had his action figure.
Yeah, he was one, and that's why he's there. Also, that little refrigeration hookah thing that he has. Yeah, he smokes drugs out of that.
Good for him.
So, like, that when you see him just puffing on it, that slug is high as hell. And it also
right here.
Yeah, and it also, like, you know, refrigerates his snacks too. I think that's like one of the funnier things from that I just laugh, I giggle at every time. And also the Rancor, but he raised the Rancor from a little baby.
Oh yeah, seeing the one guy just break down and crying, it's almost like, oh, I didn't see that coming. That's funny.
But yeah, I would always laugh at that as a kid, but now I see it. Now knowing that as an adult, it was his pet. I know.
It's like, oh. But yeah, the Rancor was a great little bit of puppetry in this, and I miss, like, you can definitely tell how it's like a puppet and they're enlarging it,
stop motion,
superimposing it, yeah. But I kind of miss those effects, man. That's kind of, I love that shit because it's actually physically a thing that exists. Oh God, and we can't go too far without talking about Ian Diamond. Fucking, oh, I didn't mean to click past, but I love how cheesy he is as the Emperor here.
Oh God,
My
yes.
fucking God. You and your friend's pitiful rebellion. Oh my God, he is chewing up
Your
so much
faith,
scenery.
your faith in your friends is yours.
Listen,
that's still one of my favorite lines because every time I watch it,
Yeah.
my reaction to that's like,
Listen, it finally explains how the Death Star is fully operational despite chunks missing. It's fully operational, but there's chunks missing because fucking Palpatine's just chewing up all that fucking scenery. It just, oh my God.
It's a healthy diet, man.
Yeah, it's a good diet. But yeah. This probably has my favorite lightsaber duel between Luke and Vader.
Yeah.
I don't think it like if we're judging it for looking cool or anything, I won't say it looks the coolest or anything, but I just love the emotion behind it. How and that's one of the interesting things about this movie. Luke is really kind of playing with the dark side throughout this movie, I feel like. He's giving into, like, during the beginning in the Jabba's palace thing, he's wearing black, but he's not really giving into the dark side. But during the Vader fight, he definitely is like dipping his toes into dark side shit, where he rages against Vader when his sister is threatened. And I love the bit where like he looks at his robot hand and he looks where he just chopped off Vader's hand, and it's like, oh shit, dude.
Yeah, that's some great storytelling.
And and we get kind of the that foreshadowed when he goes to Force Cave in the last movie. So I kind of love that, he's realizing, oh shit, I'm doing exactly what that cave was telling me would happen. Really a fantastic fight. But yeah, again, and I already brought up, but yeah, the Jabba's palace thing is overall just a cool scene. It does feel separate from the main story, but like it's one of those things where it's, I guess, eclectic would be the best word to describe it, because it just it's good. It's just good. So why the fuck not? It is.
Also, it has one of my favorite R2D2 moments.
Oh, which one's
well,
that?
two of my favorite R2D2 moments. Obviously, him shooting the lightsaber to Luke. That's fucking awesome. But the first one comes from when he runs into 3PO. It's like, what are you doing here? R2 presumably says, "The fuck does it look like I'm doing?"
I remember my R2D2 action figure had a little
Drink
slide
pipe
thing where you could push and the lightsaber pops out.
That's awesome. The one I had a little like center column that could come out, and you could like have him pose like he's going forward. But if you shined a light on top of him, like a flashlight, the little blue light would glow blue.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool. I also thought it was kind of wild how Obi-Wan and Yoda seem to think, well, maybe less so Yoda, but it's almost like you need to kill Vader, otherwise he is truly one. And it's like, I don't know. One of the things I do think is interesting is how that's kind of their advice to him, and that's not what Luke does. Luke goes in there his own way and does it his own way, and it's Vader does end up dying, but he ends up dying in his own way. As close to a redemption as he could possibly get, considering all the shit he's done, which is pretty fucking dark.
See right there. Yeah, there's his palm.
yeah. Of course, it's a slave outfit.
And then like Carrie Fisher's infamous slave outfit, which I've heard stories of the puppeteers behind Yoda being behind it. Like,
she well, apparently she told lots of stories about having issues keeping it on. It's like, oh shit.
like that infamous beach photo shoot. Yeah, it was practically falling off after that.
Yeah.
Also, I think like this is the one where we infamously see her coke fingernail.
Oh, do we?
Yeah, it's like one of the close-ups before they land on Endor. She puts her hand on like Han's shoulder. That pinky nail is like...
Oof. I never caught that. Oof.
I've caught it a few times. And I just go,
I don't know what you're talking about. Carrie Fisher never did drugs.
Yeah, she wasn't a party girl at all. She could Bib Fortuna.
Yeah, Bib Fortana.
Yeah, Bib Fortana.
Character name. But that's Carrie Fisher in the Ewok outfit at the end.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah, there's and again, I love Jabba as a giant puppet as opposed to the CGI thing again, the special edition.
I really love him more as a puppet. He's more intimidating.
I hate that George Lucas cut that. Like, listen, if you want to put the big scene back in, I get it. I think it drags the scene a little bit, but I get it. The Jabba the Hutt scene, I think, in A New Hope, really belongs as a lead scene because I don't think it syncs up particularly well with this Jabba, which I think is find more menacing.
Because if you think about it, it's essentially the same conversation you just had with Greedo.
Yes, it's the same conversation, and it makes Jabba come off as way easier going than he is in this movie. In this movie, he feels like just a force to be reckoned with, even though he's just kind of this brown slug that sits there. And then, just seeing him walk around and have Han like kind of shit talk him to his face, it's like it doesn't feel like the same dude. But yeah, minor complaint. I do wish we could get A New Hope, if nothing else, the original version.
And also that scene of him walking around behind him and stepping.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I get.
We haven't said anything bad about the Ewoks yet.
Yeah. Well, they're cute.
I find it great that the Empire was destroyed by the Ewoks and their primitive weapons.
True.
Now, if we're going to talk about bad things about the Ewoks, let's talk about the Ewok movies.
Ooh. I like how the first one introduced us to a family, and then the beginning of the second one just kills almost all of them.
They kill the mom and dad.
Yeah, it's like, holy fuck. That went dark fast.
I mean, I wish that they were the Ewoks as they were originally transcribed to be, cannibals. Eating the Empire after they left. They just ate them. I still find it hilarious that they viewed 3PO as a god. I think.
Yeah, no, that is good.
That's too damn funny. Still to this day, that's great.
But yeah, right here we have a Wicket, played by Warwick Davis, a very, very young Warwick Davis, by the way. Pre-Leprechaun days.
Pre-Leprechaun. Even the child-friendly one, which you could consider as an origin film for Leprechaun.
Sure. Oh God, and one of my favorite scenes, because I know lots of people complain about the "I love you, I know," and I get complaining about, but I also feel like that fits Han's character for that moment. It's also kind of a douche move from him, but Han definitely has douche moments, so it kind of fits.
Yes, he does.
But
he could use a good kiss. Yes, absolutely.
But I love the scene in this one where where like he tells Leia, "I love you," and she says, "I know," and I'm like, oh, that makes it all worth it.
Yeah, just like they think they're screwed. She just has a blaster, and he's
like, I love you, and she's like, I know.
You now get out of the way so I could shoot him.
Yes,
and also I think one of the more definite like Han Solo moments comes in this where he goes in there and starts firing at him, and then runs out. Only to have all those guys come out and then be surrounded by the entire rebel force.
Yes.
And him just kind of, come on.
Yeah.
That's very much a Han Solo thing.
But yeah, I like their relationship.
Yes. It's also what makes like why we all love Han Solo is this movie, is parts in this movie.
Oh yeah, I did see parts of that. That was actually a fairly base speech, if I remember correctly. Maybe I'll see about digging it up for the end of the podcast. But yeah, his commencement speech, I was like, damn.
It's pretty legit, yeah.
Yeah. It's like, who knew Harrison Ford was this awesome? Of course, I don't know. I've been suspecting he's pretty awesome for years because
I've kind of had it.
He's been, talking. I think as he's gotten older, he's cared less and less what people think of him, and just seeing, some of the shit he says. I've been like,
this is now
cool.
This is the Harrison Ford I've been waiting to hear stories about. Like this is the one that we've heard other celebrities tell stories about, but now we get to see that Harrison Ford. He's come out a few times, like that one time that Chris Angel was there filming tricks in his house, and he did something. And he just very calmly said, "Get the fuck out of my home."
Yes. No, that was a great moment. The dude's like, "Here, let me do some magic tricks," and he's like, "Wow,
Get the
fuck out of my house.
Yeah. Or I saw somebody ask him once, like, so are you just gonna like, continue your career reprising roles that you've already made famous? And I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I want to do.
Yeah.
And it's just, yeah, there's that guy.
The I don't give a shit Harrison Ford is awesome.
Now, if he's gonna come back and reprise some other roles, I just want to see him play Jack Ryan one more time.
I don't know. He's not one of my favorites, but I don't know.
I really love those two. I really love those two. Clear
Um,
and Present Danger and Patriot Games are both great. And what is it? Clear and Present Danger that has Henry Cesar in it too, who also plays. A prick.
I haven't seen those movies in a moment. Yeah, I don't know. I just always loved Hunt for Red October, but also fuck Alec Baldwin. But yeah,
yeah. But it has the Connery in it.
True. Sean Connery and Sam Neill carried so much of that movie for me. So yeah.
Oh, that's right. Sam Neill is in that movie.
Oh, he's great in that movie.
That's right. He is.
Yeah, he's the XO. It's fucking. Oh, he's so good.
Yeah, he is great.
Speaking of great, Admiral Akbar.
Yeah. Right. You better believe it. Yeah, you better believe it is what he said. Thank you, Chris. But I mean, he's already done what? He's already played Han Solo again. He's done Indy.
Yeah, he's done Han. He's done Indy. He did Deckard a few years ago.
Yeah, he did Deckard a few years ago.
I mean, we have not seen him return to his famous role in American Graffiti yet. We're gonna have to get that one.
I mean, Christ, most of them are still alive. I think Wolfman Jack's the only one who's dead.
Yeah, Richard Dreyfuss is a douchebag though, but yeah.
Well, he's Richard Dreyfuss. What do you expect?
Something
the broccoli
cooler?
story,
or
are you using broccoli as like a slang term, or like
yeah, I'm not sure what the broccoli story is,
and like how he used to be a weed dealer?
Oh,
because I know that one. Because I forget what celebrity was saying. They were watching it going, what's my weed dealer doing on the screen?
But
Ewok Village is still, I think, one of my favorite set pieces.
Oh yeah, no, it looks so cool.
So awesome.
I mean, I could say, like, I know, like, especially if I was younger, I'd be like, oh, Ewoks suck, and they were just put in the movie for toys. I don't know. As I've gotten older, maybe my old heart, I'm way more sympathetic to it.
What do you think the AT-ATs are?
Toys.
I mean, I have an AT-ST.
But as I've gotten older, the Ewoks are kind of just fine by me.
Yeah, they're okay.
I don't feel like they sanitize it at all, because I mean,
no.
The Ewoks fight the Empire and Ewoks die. And I'm not gonna lie, when that first Ewok dies, a part of me is kind of like, oh,
yeah, his buddy's shaking him, and it's like,
oh no, they're dying. Fuck the Empire.
Mm-hmm.
Boba Fett, obviously the coolest character in the whole movie, doesn't go out like a bitch at all.
In any way, shape, or form.
No. It is kind of wild how popular the character became. And I do think he looks cool, but it's like,
it's the jetpack and the cape, man.
Yeah.
Which, if you think about it, though, you think like it maybe like that the cape would catch fire.
Yeah, you would think that'd be a hazard. Maybe it's a special material, but it doesn't look like a special material here. But he like all the people talk about how amazing Boba Fett is. He's taken out by a blind Han Solo. I am just saying. Just saying. But yeah, I love a lot of the Endor stuff. I love
and how in no way, shape, or form it looks like the Pacific Northwest redwoods.
No, not at all. No.
No, I've been there personally, and I can tell you it is gorgeous. Not where they filmed that. I think like no one knows where they actually filmed a lot of it.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's somewhere in the redwood forest.
Mm-hmm. Hey, I am happy when any movie anymore actually shoots in a forest rather than doing just a fucking green screen stage. Please just shoot in a forest.
And like, yeah, and there's one of George with like a giant fucking, oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, it looks like
So
the Death Star model they were using. It is very cool, and we can see how Palpatine's just chewing it up as he goes.
Yeah. He's a hungry boy. He's a hungry boy.
He must devour all the scenery. Oh, that's cool.
That is really cool.
Getting a little a clapboard there. Of course. But yeah, no. Foreign. Okay. Luke Skywalker trading card. Yeah, this is just a really solid conclusion to a trilogy. And yes, even though it is my least favorite of the three, do not make the confusion that I dislike this at all.
No,
I think it is a fantastic fucking movie.
This is
it's just the other two I think are just better, but like this one's in fantastic company. And I would still argue this is probably my favorite film trilogy of all time. I can't think of anything I'd put over this. I mean, Lord of the Rings is solid, but like I won't put it over this. I think this is much better paced overall.
Better trilogy.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I can't think of a better one.
That's true. Yeah, I hate Ewoks.
I mean, if 3 wasn't the mess it was, I would say Godfather.
Yeah, that.
But like, if the Coda version was what 3 is,
and
if we're watching it as that, then yes.
I mean, I'll be honest. When I'm watching Godfather 3, when I'm in the beginning of it, I'm like, oh, this is really cool. I'm trying to remember why I really dislike this one because this is I like how this is setting up, and then the movie keeps on going, and about midway through, I'm like, oh, this is the issue.
That's right.
Yeah, this is not great.
It kind of forces Andy Garcia on us, and it's nothing against Andy Garcia. It's just it feels too.
Yeah, there are issues with that movie. But yeah,
and my issues don't even lie with Sofia Coppola. Dude, I think she's fine. Yeah,
I thought Joe Montana was a great villain, and then
he was so good.
And then it just and we're not even halfway down with the movie. I'm like, oh fuck, what are we doing now?
Yeah. Oh, the church. Okay.
Ooh, Toy Story. I do not like the Toy Story movies as much as I like these movies, but that is a very solid trilogy. And I will say that one, much like this one, I think kind of peaks with the second one. But yeah.
Now, would you argue the first 3 Superman movies?
We talk Christopher Reeve?
Yeah.
I mean, you can't argue for him, but like the third one, no.
yeah. I mean, you could argue for 1 and 2.
2. Yes.
Well, 2.
Well, I mean, especially 1. 1 is great, but
yeah, 1 is great.
Yeah, I even have my issues with 1 though. But yeah, I would definitely put these over.
Yeah, Superman 3 is not good, but it's better than 4.
It's got moments, and it's much better than 4. I'm trying to think what other film trilogies are there? Because there frequently is one that kind of drops the ball.
You can argue the first 3 indie movies. Even though the second one takes place before the first one.
Well, yeah, no, you could still argue that. And as much as I think my opinion of the second one has gone up over time, I still won't rank it as high as these ones. And it is still my least favorite of the original 3. Although I do appreciate
Temple of Doom?
Something different. Yeah.
Temple of Doom?
Yeah. I do appreciate it was doing something different. Whereas Last Crusade is kind of a remake of Raiders. But goddamn, I do love Raiders.
Yeah, but you know what? I mean, I think with the recipe of Indiana Jones punching Nazis, you really can't go wrong.
Yeah, no, I'm always listen. If a Nazi exists and a Nazi is not currently being punched, there's something wrong with the world. It is always our moral responsibility to punch a Nazi. I'm just saying.
Oh, you mean GTA? You mean not Brainiac?
No.
The computer lady?
God,
not Brainiac?
No, the main villain was Richard Pryor. Computer genius Richard Pryor.
He was.
Hey, it did inspire Office Space.
It did. It did inspire Office Space.
And yes, I do plan on getting Absolute Green Arrow tomorrow, in case you're wondering. Yeah, no, I'm now I'm trying to think. Is there any other trilogies?
Well, here, Chris just suggested in chat the original Henson Muppet trilogy. So that'd be the Muppet Movie, The Great Muppet Caper, and then Muppets Take Manhattan.
It's not bad, but and I love the first Muppet movie, but that's the big highlight for those.
Lady Brainiac and Studio Bizarre. Yes.
I will say, like, I'm not a fan of Superman 3, but like the Superman versus Clark Kent fight, I absolutely think is fantastic. And if more movie was based around that idea,
it
would have been much better.
Focused more on that,
then
it would have been,
because that was a cool fucking scene. No, but I was trying to think. Indiana Jones is a good contender for best trilogy. I mean, we were talking about Spider-Man earlier, so there's the Raimi trilogy.
Yeah, there's a Raimi trilogy.
The third one drops the ball.
Yeah. And you know what? I think I know where to put a lot of that on for that one.
I know
the first 3 Nightmare on Elm Streets.
Ooh.
Because I think
one's not bad. Yeah.
No, 2 is definitely underappreciated.
2 is underappreciated. 1 and 3 are classics.
Yeah, 1 and 3 still has one of my all-time favorite Freddy Krueger kills. One that still messes with me to this day.
I still debate which one I prefer, 1 or 3, because I appreciate 1 for being the originator and doing a lot of like these original ideas, but then I feel like 3 really took those ideas and really ran with it and really did some really fucking creative
amazing
stuff. Yeah,
and I think we could definitely argue those 3 because they are the 3 for the longest time that Wes was still kind of had a hand in.
Yeah,
he was like an executive producer of 2, but
less so on 2, but yeah.
But like 3, he came back to direct.
And then I think
New Nightmare
I want to
was the
say
last one that he did
the third one was one of Frank Darabont's early writing credits before Shawshank, which was like Jesus. It's a shame that fucking Walking Dead kind of ruined him because I thought he was amazing.
New Nightmare is really good, and I like that.
New Nightmare is a solid conclusion.
And they did something kind of different with the lore and played it into reality.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was really cool.
I mean, I would definitely argue my favorite Nightmare movies are 1, 3, and New Nightmare. But I don't know. 2 is underappreciated.
I have a soft spot for Final Nightmare.
Which one is that?
That's one of the last ones,
5, right?
That's the one that has the most celebrity cameos in it.
Okay.
The one where they kill Freddy.
Oh, was that 5 or 6?
No, that was 6.
Okay.
4 and 5, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I it's tough to get past 4 because I love how 4 brings back all the returning characters from 3
just to kill them,
and then fucking murders them all. And I'm like, oh, fuck you.
Yeah, and then 4 and 5 are just. There's some memorable stuff in those. But when it comes to things that I think of immediately when I think of Freddy Krueger, I think of him killing the kid who played with puppets and he had him like a little marionette doll.
Oh yeah, dude! Yeah. The way he's pulling the veins for the strings, it's like, oh god. I wince just thinking about it. Just thinking about it, but
every time
that is exactly what they're going for with
that's something that has stayed with me since the first time I watched that back in 2003.
That, like I said, third one
has stayed with me for 23 years.
The third one takes the ideas of the original and just runs wild with them and does some fucking terrifying shit.
It's like the first death I always think about with it.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, it's like
the second is Johnny Depp's death, and then all the deaths from 1. But the first one I think about, the marionette.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah, it's tough not to wince just thinking about it. It's so gross.
And then I think of one from 4, the one that he turned that lady into a cockroach and then squished her in the bug box. And then the one working out where he brought her arms back.
As much I really like Jackie Earl Haley as an actor, but I will also admit I've never seen the remake, and everything I've heard about has not led me rushing to it. I've seen all the Nightmare movies except for that.
There's something about it that I appreciated that they took a chance with it, and they kind of flat out said how much of a diddler Freddy was. That he was that.
Which was just strongly implied in the other ones.
It was strongly implied in the other ones, but that one they leaned into it a bit. And I gotta give Jack Earl Haley credit though.
Yeah. Those are impossible shoes to follow up in, but
yeah, but there were some scenes where he definitely owned that Freddy. Like there's one he's like, Nancy, that dress. And it's like, oh dude.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm trying to think. We brought up some good contenders. I still think the Star Wars trilogy is my best.
Yes.
My favorite film trilogy. Anything you want to add, Bobby?
No. This was awesome.
Yeah.
And I still love the heist in the beginning of it. It's like one of my favorite parts of this
movie. So next week.
I got that up right here.
Okay.
Next week, well, we got Masters of the Universe from 1987, and then Mandalorian and Grogu, and then The Boys season 5, episodes 6 through 8. So we are wrapping
pretty much wrapping up the entire series, which I'm excited to finish off.
Which I feel like there's been a lot of flack towards the season this far, which I feel is undeserved.
I've only seen up to what we've covered so far, which is the first 5 episodes. I've overall enjoyed it quite a bit. So far I'm thinking it's a really good season. I'm hoping it sticks the landing. Dude, and if we're talking, we can look at Blue Sky real fast. And if we're talking about the 1987 Masters of the Universe, I have such a soft spot in my heart for that movie. It's not good. It's
understandable.
But
when we watched the original Captain Americas, I kind of fell in love with them just because they're just that terrible.
And I mean, there's so much history behind that movie. That is the movie that killed canon films, which I think is interesting going into the history of that.
Yeah, this is the movie. What, the Masters of the Universe is the one that killed canon?
Yes. Blue Sky. And I also was kind of interested in the Harrison Ford commencement speech. We might be able to pull that up. Is that real?
What?
Here, I'll pull it up. I need to get my ad blocker deactivated. Or activated. Deactivated so I can show this. Top Gun makers recall how Tom Cruise joined the movie. He barfed on himself. It's been 40 years since the release of Top Gun. To commemorate the remarkable milestone, members of the key creative team spoke out about how a group of U.S. Navy pilots took Tom Cruise on a spin to test his need for speed. Top Gun went on to become a cult classic, one of the most memorable films in Cruise's career. Let's see. Cruise spoke about his take on the flight back in 2016 during an interview with Jimmy Kimmel Live. Cruise admitted that he joined the film so he could hang with the Blue Angels. Cruise had said, "I told my agent, I'm going to make this movie. Don't tell Jerry I want you to make this movie because I want to fly with the Blue Angels. You've got to work with these things. You know, I'm a businessman." Cruise also revealed he vomited during the flight. I was hoping a bit more during the story, but that is kind of funny.
That is funny, though, yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
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 Let me see if I can find that commencement speech real quick. Listen, obviously when he threw up, he lost a lot of his thetan levels, so it was sad for him.
I mean, you know, if there's ever a photo that I would want to have signed by any celebrity, it's that one of Nicole Kidman walking out of that attorney's office after she signed her papers, her divorce papers from Tom Cruise. You know the photo I'm talking about, of her just arms spread out, just yes, victorious.
Yeah.
Yes, I would ask her, hey, could you sign this?
Yeah.
I bet you she would. I bet you she would. And hey, her and Sandra B are going to be doing a Legacy sequel soon too.
Very cool. Oh damn, his commencement speech is long. I wasn't expecting that. Oh wait, how long is it? Let's see. We'll get this started. We'll see. I've actually not seen this, but I've been interested in it. So let's see. And I do really appreciate how Harrison Ford just says whatever the fuck. All right. Let's check this out.
Thank you, President Crow. Thank you very much. Thank you, President Crow, for the kind, gracious introduction, and for the privilege to address all of you here today. You're here because you have accomplished something significant. You understood the opportunity before you. You took advantage of all this world-class university had to offer. You made wise choices, followed through with the work. I celebrate your commitment. The combined success of all of you, the potential of your entire generation, that is what gives me hope for the future. I didn't give much thought to the future, to my future, when I was in college. I did not make good choices. I didn't have the perspective, the maturity. I served only myself. I was squandering my life in riotous living. By my junior year, I was in real trouble, grade point wise, and looking for an easy A. I took a course the catalog called Drama, the study of plays. We'd be responsible for putting on plays for the college, but I didn't give that part much thought. I thought I'd work in the box office or build sets. My classmates were people I had previously discounted as geeks and misfits. But I soon realized I was a geek and a misfit. I had found my fit. These were my people. Turns out I didn't work in the box office. Instead, I had major parts in 5 or 6 plays that we put on that year. I began to find myself on stage pretending to be someone else. I had always seen myself as shy, but hiding in character and costume and makeup. I had a freedom, a bravery I had never felt before, and I got an A. I realized, present for possibly the very first time in my life. My passion had led me to community. The head of the theater department had become a mentor to me. He invited me to do plays in a summer theater season he directed. Sure. And then come to California to join him again at a more professional theater. Wow. which led to an interview at Columbia Pictures, which eventually would lead to my theatrical career. But acting was not yet paying the bills. I was supporting my growing family with carpentry jobs, another way to put food on the table. I loved making things. This went on for about, well, I just skipped a line. Back up for me, if you would, please. And I only took acting jobs when the part challenged me. This went on for about 15 years, during which I did a lot of carpentry and only 4 or 5 acting jobs, but they were more ambitious, good projects. And then it all added up, and I got Star Wars. The load lightened. I had freedom, opportunity, but something was still missing. Passion and purpose are not the same thing. Passion brings you joy. Purpose brings you meaning. Passion gets you out of bed in the morning, but purpose allows you to sleep at night. And I hadn't found purpose higher than my job yet. That changed in the late 80s. I was living in Wyoming, and I was impressed by a group of people that I met there who had recently formed a not-profit called Conservation International. They had inspired leadership in their founder, Peter Seligman, who became a trusted friend. Their message was simple. Nature doesn't need people. People need nature to survive. A healthy natural world provides free services to mankind that we cannot provide for ourselves. Oxygen in the air we breathe, pollinators for our crops, fresh water and carbon capture from our forests, wetlands, and ocean, medicines present and future from the rainforest. They had their heads in the sky and their feet in the mud. And they encouraged me to join them. There it was, purpose. A place to put my passion for storytelling to work. I didn't want to be a poster boy for the cause. I wanted to be part of the work, so I was invited to join the board some 35 years ago. And that's why I stand here now before you to represent for nature, the source of life itself. Humanity is a part of nature, not above it. We have an essential mandate to protect 30% of the world's land and sea by 2030, to prevent the mass extinction, to slow the warming of our planet. Still, despite new science, new policies, we are still losing nature to profiteering, corruption, conflict, including land that is already protected on paper. These efforts matter, but they're not enough. We need cultural change. We need to extend social justice. We need to respect and elevate the indigenous people that are being marginalized and in many cases killed in cold blood. These communities have long understood that the trees, the mountain, water, soil are not commodities. They are relatives to be cherished for following generations to embrace and protect. We can all play a role by embracing that wisdom in our day-to-day lives, by loving the planet, by honoring nature's authority, her generosity, the bounty she affords us, the justice of her example. Because the world you're stepping into, the world my generation left you, is a real mess. Saving nature isn't our only job. There are opportunities to be embraced in society and business, in the kind of lives we live. So find a place for yourself. Whatever talent or ambition you have, find some way to put it to work. Build something that didn't exist yesterday. Stand up for someone who can't stand up for themselves. Bring people together who weren't talking before. That's leadership. That's what moves the needle. Your generation has far more power than you may realize. And if you harness that power, if you find your leadership, your issues, your voice, the world will not be able to ignore you. You will have to be accommodated. Believe me, I know that's true. Don't wait. When opportunity presents, recognize it. This is your time. Own it. Enjoy every second of it. Because what could be worse than getting to the end of your life and realizing that you haven't fully lived it? Congratulations. Go change the world.
I wasn't sure if we would go through the whole thing, but that was a fucking good speech.
That was a great speech. Yeah. Holy shit.
Although it was a little woke, it did kind of offend me a bit. Talking about like caring about Earth and shit. What the hell? True. Yeah. So that's right. George and I did talk about Master of the Universe years ago on an episode of the podcast that was supposed to be covering Tears for Fears, but we ended up having to reschedule Tears for Fears. And yeah, so George and I just talked about random movies pretty much. But yeah, Bobby's turn.
Was that week. No? Yeah, that's when I was in Colorado. That's right.
Yeah, I think there was something going on. Yeah,
that's when I was in Colorado. Yeah,
but yeah. No, yeah, that was a great speech. I'm glad to actually sit down and watch it. I was looking, I was like, 11 minutes. I don't think we'll go through the whole thing. And I put on, I was like, oh, this is pretty good. This is pretty good.
Yeah.
He's a good speech giver, if nothing else. But yeah, I think, like, especially towards the end, he had some stuff in there. I was like, fuck, yes, based as fuck.
Yes.
But yeah, so next week got Master of the Universe, and then other stuff. None of the other stuff matters. We'll just talk about Master of the Universe.
And
Mandalorian, Grogu, the boys. Oh shit, yeah, we got.
Yeah, which I'm probably gonna have to go see that day of show.
What do I mean day of show?
Like that morning, Tuesday morning.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm working 6 days next week.
Oh, that sucks.
So. And like the times that it comes out on the weekend, I go in. I work like 12-hour shifts Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So,
but yeah, that should be a fun show.
Yeah.
Guys, like and subscribe. Bobby Quarters over there.
This
of course, Organized Chaos Podcast, and of course, Organized Chaos. I should be. Yeah, dude, that's an impressive list where you just like list everything.
That is pretty cool.
I'm like that's cool.
Yeah.
But I will be live on Thursday with Conflicts and Chuds as normal.
That's why I refer to you as our archivist.
Yeah. But yeah, on Thursday we'll go over comic books, and we'll go over some of the Chrissy Mayer Friday Night Tights drama, and also how the Chuds seem to really be targeting fucking Christopher Nolan's Odyssey, which is their complaints are fucking stupid. Yeah. Well, the big things I'm seeing is like they're upset. Lupita Nyong'o's is reportedly playing Helen of Troy, and Elliot Page is reportedly playing Achilles. And number one, neither of those castings is confirmed. They're just rumored. And number two, even if they're true, so what? I don't see the issue. I don't see.
They just want like probably somebody like Stinkface to play Helena Troy.
Yeah, no, Sydney Sweeney is the name they're throwing out there all the time. It's
yes, how did you know I was talking about Stinkface?
Well, who else would be Stinkface?
Yeah.
Miss, I'm not even willing to say that fucking eugenics is bad. Fucking
yeah, no, fuck
coward.
her.
Yeah. Nash point blank, it's just a joke, right? It's you know it's bad, right? She's not even willing to fucking answer that. Just fuck her. Lupita Nyong'o is a better actress too, so fuck it. But yeah, that'll be interesting to go over. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for joining us. Party on. Be excellent to each other.
Take care.